Это чей-то паренек выдает коленца. Не досталось бы ему осиного поленца.
What's going on, guys? Turkehy back with a brand new video. Now today we have NPL Week 4 versus IA, coach of the Connecticut Cobalions. Make sure to go check out his channel. If you've noticed, last week I actually played Illusion, which shares a channel with IA. So I played these two boys back to back. So their channel's certainly gonna know my name after these few weeks. But hopefully I'm striving to get a win this week, so I could you know, continue on the winning streak. Right now I'm after week 3 I'm 2-1 plus something, I don't remember. So I want to continue this winning streak. I also want to keep these team builders relatively short, because I know I've been making them decently long up until now, so I want to make them shorter. And subscribe to the NPL channel, join the fan server, become my fan, and yeah, that's all I have to say. But jumping into the matchup, I have Lando I, which is Sheer Force, Thundi T, which is my Z move user, Azumarill, Gudra, Mega Houndoom, Bronzong, Savali, Aerodactyl, which is another Z user, Weezing, Breloom, and Avalugg. And oh, by the way, last week I apologize for not mentioning the trades. I did trade Mesprit and Wartortle for Weezing and Avalugg, and that was active last week, and now this week, and every week following. But his team consists of Manaphy, Latios is a Z user, Dugtrio, Mega Aerodactyl, Rotom Heat, Cobalion, Ninetales, Donphan, Sneasel, Trevenant, Linoon, and Whirlipede. His team is very threatening. He drafted a above average, like a really good team in my opinion. Even though it's not Z Manaphy, I think doesn't really matter because his team is just scary in general. But Sneasel is a big problem. Also, Mega Dactyl being able to outspeed everything, maybe taunt something, get up rocks, and Stone Edge does a lot to like my entire team. And Stone Edge Crunch is really all you need for my team. Trevenant also is nice to wall like Azu and Breloom, which I've known to bring for a while. Linoon is a big threat. Like if you don't prep for Linoon, Linoon's gonna 6-0 you. Like there's no way around it. If you don't prep for it, you're getting 6-0'd. Dugtrio, I don't see Dugtrio coming because I don't see it trapping really much. Like I can't trap Azu. It can't trap Avalugg because I beat it 1v1. I mean, he could bring it for like rocks and like maybe Scarf Final Gambit maybe, or like a Sash Final Gambit. Actually, yeah, probably is better. But or Scarf Final Gambit, I don't know. But and Latios with the Z, like Z Shadow Ball or Z Thunderbolt, really puts in a lot of work. Manaphy I don't really expect because I could bring Sapsip or Azu. I have Gudra, I have like a ton of stuff. Rotom is like a really big nuisance because it could Volt Switch my entire team. Of course, I have 2 electric immunities, but they don't want to take Overheat, so I have to play careful around Rotom. And Sneasel and Donphan Ice Shard is really annoying for these 2 mons that I have. But let's just hop into the team. This Azu is AV Azu is really nice to just eat hits from Latios, Manaphy, maybe eat a hit from Rotom. His team is kind of weak to water, like water plus fairy hits like his entire team for either neutral or yeah, neutral or super effective damage, I believe. Brick Prick is nice for the Auroraville, and yeah, that's pretty much it. EV Spread is to do something I don't really remember, but yeah, this is a Gucci set. This is a nice set. But next we have Scarf Thunders, Thunderbolt, U-turn, knockoff HP Water. I really only needed Thunderbolt because I could try to spam Thunderbolt late game, or I could late game lock myself into HP Water if things are weakened. So that's nice. U-turn, knockoff is nice to like knock off Assault Vests and stuff like that, and U-turn just for general momentum. Next we have Life Orb Lando, just standard Rock Polish, 3 attacks. This is really nice. If I have Latios gone, this is this can put in a lot of work. HP Flying is primarily for the Trevenant. And like Earth Power hits everything else. Rock Slide hits everything that Earth Power doesn't hit, with being Aerodactyl and Rotom Heat. But yeah, next we have Avalugg with the Babiri. This is my check the Linoon, Sneasel, and like Mega Aerodactyl, because this actually takes 2 Stone Edges from Adamant Aerodactyl. But I don't think he could run Adamant, but in case he does, I'm pretty sure this takes 2. Kid Toxic, as you can see, I don't have Avalanche because in Mox, Manaphy just kept getting a free switch in, so I just slapped Toxic over Avalanche. Could be an issue if Trevenant, I don't know. I can't really touch Trevenant if he's like Lumberry or like, I don't know, sub. So that could be issue, but like it's decent in general. Superpower can hit Linoon and Sneasel, and yeah, Toxic everything else. But here we have a Bronzong with Stealth Rock, Gyro Ball, Sidewave, Toxic. This is my dedicated Latios switch in, because you need those, because Latios is a huge problem, and it also is a good 9-tail switch in. But more than like I go Azu because I can break. But Toxic and Stealth Rock's pretty self-explanatory. Sidewave just to hit something like Rotom for like a pretty consistent amount of damage. Cassandra in case he's like Calm Mind, Z Shadow Ball, because I could just break through this thing. And EVs are definitely there for something, but I don't remember. Because there was a break week, as I forgot to mention again in the last week video, but like I'm saying it now. So like, yeah. Next we have Ayapapa Gudra. This is nice for Manaphy because Manaphy plus 3 Ice Beam knocks me into Ayapapa range. I think after Rocks it knocks me into Ayapapa range as well, so I could get a lot of HP back, and I could possibly knock him out with a Power Whip, or get him low for like something else. Or Dragon Tail him out if I feel that's necessary. It's also a decent switch into Trevenant, can Flamethrower that thing. Muddy Water is nice for Rotom Heat, and like, again, as I said, Water is not a typing he likes to switch into. But yeah, that's the team. Let's just hop into the battle. I'll see you there. Okay, so here we are with the battle. As you can see, he didn't bring Linoon, which was something I did expect. He actually brought Dugtrio, which I wasn't really expecting. Cobalion was like a maybe. Cobalion was pretty threatening to my team, but like it was, again, like just a maybe. Also no Sneasel, I think I said that already, but like Sneasel was a big one that he didn't bring. And Manaphy was, again, like one of those maybe Pokemon. Like he could have been Wakan. That's like pretty much the set I kind of expected. But other than that, I look at the 6 he brought. What did I lead on? I decided Gudra was the best lead because I could hit from any Pokemon, get a lot of health back, except the Draco from like Life Orb Body. Can't eat that, but like unboosted, I'm pretty sure I could live a Draco. I can eat any hit and fire off a big hit since I have super effective coverage for his entire team. So that's what I just decided to do. I lead off with Gudra as he leads off with Cobalion. Here I could just go for a Flamethrower. Oh, I also apologize. As you can see there, I get the first turn burn. But I apologize for the replay being a little bit glitchy. I don't know why that's happening. I'm pretty sure that's just Chrome. But like, I really don't understand why that's happening. Hopefully it fixes soon. But yeah, the replays are kind of glitchy. So just bear with me. But I do get the first turn Flamethrower burn, which is big because now Cobalion's like not even a threat. Before I had like I had no fighting resist actually that was decent against Cobalion, like switching to Cobalion. So this just makes Cobalion like 10 times more easier to deal with, as I could just stay in, go for Flamethrower here. Maybe I should have predicted the Volt Switch, gone for like Muddy Water. I think I go for it. Actually, yeah, I did do that. I go for Muddy Water. I get an accuracy drop, so that's big if he has Stone Edge. So that's unfortunate, but I miss the Muddy Water there, which is kind of like revenge. He gets an Ice Fang off, does a lot, and Gooey lowers the speed, but he's still faster than me, and I get another accuracy drop. So I'm just getting a ton of luck in my favor here. So this is really unfortunate for but it's good for me. But like, I can't really stay in risking the miss. Like I can't bank off the miss. Plus he could just Roost All. I can miss a Muddy Water, and that'll be bad. So I just go into Avalugg, my dedicated switch into this thing. I go for Raspin. Maybe I should have predicted either this or Rotom to come in and gone for Toxic. So that was sort of a misplay on my part, because you can see here he's actually Substitute. So I can't touch this thing at all with my Avalugg. So that's quite unfortunate. So I go to Gudra knowing that he'll probably knock me in range of my Ayapapa. He goes for a Leech Seed here, as that does knock me in range, and I just spam Flamethrower, waiting till my Goodra dies. Now this does make me a little weak to Rotom, but this Trevenant is quite a problem here, and if I could get rid of this Trevenant, Thundy Thievul could be so much more better, and also Azumarill could be like after this he has no Azu switch-ins, which is nice. So I'm just spamming Flamethrower here, just getting him low enough to where the point of Landorus, his HP flying could knock him out. So that's what I do here. He goes for this, showing to me, or kind of revealing to me, he doesn't have an attacking move. Because like if he would have attacked there, gone much more HP if he attacked my Goodra there. So that's interesting. But I go into Lando here. He is in range of HP flying, but he switches out, and I predict either a Rotom. I predict him to switch out, knowing that he can't really touch me, and I predict either Rotom to come out or Aerodactyl. But he goes this thing, and like this is a really obvious HP flying, or not HP flying, what, HP ice. So I go into my Avalugg. He goes for HP ice. I know I can eat any hit. Here I went for Toxic, thinking he would go on to Trevenant, but he actually goes Rotom, so I could have went for a Rapid Spin. But you know, that was just a 50-50. Maybe he thought I had Avalanche, so he went this thing, just to like, I don't know, like, because he went Trevenant last time, so he comforted me into thinking he was gonna go Trevenant again. But he goes Rotom this time. I get a Toxic off, which is nice. Can start whittling this thing down as I don't have any more switches to it, because Overheat and Volt Switch kind of put a number in on my team. But yeah, as long as I could weaken the Rotom and get rid of this Trevenant right here, Thundurus can put in a lot of work. So he is in range of HP flying. I go for it, and I do manage to pick up the KO. Maybe that was a roll, actually. I'm not sure. This game was a long while ago, so maybe that was a roll. I go onto my Bronzong. He makes a good play. Goes for Crunch there, 2-hit KOing me, so I don't get Rocks up. But I hard Azu, keeping Bronzong as a sack. And then I could just go for Liquidation here, pick up a kill, as he decides to sack... fuck, this is laggy as shit. But he decides to sack Cobalion. So that's nice. I don't have to deal with burnt Cobalion, but like it wasn't really doing much anyways. But he goes Latios, so I'm like, oh, he doesn't know I'm Assault Vest, so I could just kill this thing with a Play Rough. Hopefully I land the Play Rough, of course. But he actually ends up being Electrium Z. And I live. I'm pretty sure that was a roll, or it wasn't a roll. Again, I really don't remember. I could pull up the calc right now, but like the dimensions would be really off. It would be ugly for the video. But I don't think that was... I think it was like a 30% chance for it to kill. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I do manage to live, which is nice. And I pray I hit the play rough, and I hit the play rough. So that's really good. He has no water resist. I could just go for Aqua Gem, whatever one he wants to switch into, because this thing's not really useful. Get damage off on Rotom. It's actually really good he went Rotom there, because he's weakening himself for HP Water, which is really good. Here I could go into my Scarf Thundy. Obviously, I went hard Thundy, so he must think I'm Scarf. Like, there's no way. And I could go for HP Water there, do a ton of damage to this thing. Here, he probably thinks I'm HP Ice, which is a reasonable thing, but HP Water, which is better for like his resists and stuff. So I could go for HP. Here, I could have went for another HP Water because I'm Scarf, but I didn't want to risk him being Scarf, going for Stone Edge, and like pretty much winning the game, because I could go Lando after that, set up a Rock Polish, but Lando doesn't actually kill Aerodactyl unless I have Rocks up with Rock Slide, so that's quite unfortunate. So I do switch out to my Bronzong, fearing this thing to be Scarf. But he switches hard into Rotom, so that tells me he wasn't Scarf. If I stayed in there, went for HP Water, it would have been sort of over at this point. But this forces him to go for Overheat, and that allows, even if he's HP Ice, it doesn't kill my Lando. So that allows me to set up with Lando here. go for rock polish and get some big damage, crucial damage that I need, killing this thing and getting the damage I need for Aerodactyl to die to HP water. So as long as I don't miss, which I don't, which is nice, and he doesn't flinch, but like, it's whatever. Honestly, I just need to get this roll with HP water on the Rotom, because it is a roll. It's a roll in his favor. So I'm just crossing my fingers. I get this roll at 49. I get the roll and I win, or I don't get the roll and he goes for overheat and potentially misses. So I have a chance for him to miss, and I also have a roll chance. So let's see what happens here. I go for the HP water and I get the roll, which is great because then it means I'm 3-1. So yay, let's go. Your Toronto Luxrays are 3-1 in the NPL minors. This is definitely the position I wanted to be going into this season. Next week we play Cloud and the Jersey Dwellers, so make sure Jersey Weaviles, sorry. Thought of his last team. So that should be a fun game. Make sure you guys go check that out. But yeah, that's been it. Peace.